Happy Wednesday, El Paso. Jackie Stevens here with the Jackie Stevens Real Estate Group. I am so super excited to be here today because I do have a very special guest that probably doesn't know about me here in El Paso, but now will. She took the opportunity to interview, well, not interview, right? But give us all her, ideas in less than 30 minutes for all the boss ladies out there, for all the women that are trying to start a team or, just need that inspiration to keep on going. Veronica Figueroa is from Orlando, Florida. She has so many titles behind her. Veronica, thank you for being here. If you just can, El Paso is very small over here, but we want to pick your brain today.
I'm just honored to be here. I mean, it's always so much fun to just share our story, our journey, and hopefully the things we've done right, the things we've done wrong, so that we can help other people if they aspire to grow in real estate. I'm very, very fortunate to have had a really amazing, I would say, 15 to 17-year run. And I wake up every day excited about this industry. I'm a different person every day because I'm growing every day.
Yes.
So yeah, I'm happy to share our little playbook, what we've done. We run a team of 50 plus agents and staff. Our organization at eXp is over 830 partners and growing. And we are excited. We're writing a book. We're expanding into other markets. We are Zillow's broker partner. NAREP top 250. We were very proud to come in as a top number 3 spot in teams, in units, and in volume number 4 spot. So a lot of really exciting things, a lot of momentum. And if we can share so that someone else can either realize that they can do it or help them grow their business, I'm all yours.
Yes, and I think that's why we're here today, because I joined eXp last October, and there's things that I could do like this that I never thought that I can do. I can have a podcast. I could dig into leaders like you that inspire. And by the way, at eXpCon, I saw you on the panel. I had not even joined eXp, and an hour later, I signed on the table. So your story actually got me into do my aha moment to be like, this is it. This is what we need to do. This is where we need to be. So since then, I have been following you again on the back end. And I'm not as even close to where all your accomplishments you have, but I want to put myself as I'm going to go and do it. Like, I have to do it. So I want to just share that because, again, a lot of people do not have that opportunity to go in there and ask. Yeah. And so I want to share that today. I know there's a lot of realtors that were wanting to join. Can you tell us like more? I know you said it's like 15, 17 years. I'm barely 13 years. And I feel like I just want to cry because it's so overwhelming. Where can you tell us like where you had your aha moment? Like, how did you know you needed this team, and how can we get there, basically?
I think my aha moment was just understanding why I was doing this. I was very, very committed to becoming a successful real estate agent because I fell in love with the industry. I lost it all, Jackie, in 2008. I lost it all, but I refused to give up. And that's when I would fly to your state of Texas, your beautiful state, to the state of Texas. And I would knock on asset managers' doors. And I was saying, I'm going to figure out how to go after the business that exists now, because there was only foreclosures. And I would knock on every asset manager's door that I could get a hold of, or that I knew someone that knew someone. And I just said, I want to help you in Orlando. And they were like, oh, we're good. We have agents already. I was like, you need one more. And I'm that person, because I would wake up every day and I knew I had 5 children I had to provide for. And I refused to say that just because the industry was in a crisis that I wasn't going to have a place in it. So I said, no matter what market we have, I will figure out how to be relevant in that market, because this is the industry that I'm committed to. And I think that any agent that is listening to this, if you can find that burning desire or that moment where you realize I'm here to stay, No matter if we're in a COVID market, then I'm going to be successful in a COVID market. If we're in a market crisis, then I'm going to determine my own economy by going out there and putting in the work. If I'm, successful in my market and the industry is changing, how am I going to lean into these changes so that I could be the expert of what's happening in our market? If technology is coming around, how am I going to embrace technology? If commission compressions are coming, how am I going to go out there and create more additional revenue? So for me, it's always been that moment of losing it all and knowing I have a bigger purpose. I can't let the industry knock me down. I need to stand up like a champion and know that I have eyes on me. And first, the eyes were my 5 children. Then after that, the eyes started being the people who trusted me. And I wasn't going to let them down.
Exactly. I love that. And when did you, for instance, start, okay, let me go back a little bit. I watched your premiere, the Zillow Premier Agent presentation that you did. And you were talking a lot about like your core values and how your team grew to or made those core values. When you started a team, did you start off with choosing those people like little by little, and then you became growing as 10, 15, 25, 50? The reason why I say that is because I have had like no more than like say 8, 10 agents, and then I failed, right? Or I shouldn't say failed, but like I felt like I just let them down or myself down. And then I got very terrified and scared to even get more agents on my team. So now I'm just super careful. So I started from scratch when I joined eXp. So I'm up to 2. How would you say, with the advice you would give us, like take it easy, take it slow, like the time will come when you can get to 10, 15, 20, 50 agents?
Yeah, you have to give yourself grace. To give yourself the team your position of, being exposed, being at a high level comes with a lot of pressure. Leaders, so and so left me. I taught them, now they want to go out and do this on their own, or they left, or it didn't work out, or I'm building this team and it's not growing fast enough. You have to give yourself grace. Everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. I have had teams, but maybe they were the right people at that moment for the type of leader that I was at that time. Mm-hmm. So I always say, looking inward, I started saying, how can I develop as a leader? What kind of leader do I want to follow? And am I embodying that type of leadership? And as I started improving my leadership, I started attracting the type of people that I wanted to be in business with, the committed, the innovative, the very well-versed, professionals, people who were eager to learning things. And I realized for a lot of times I was recruiting either entitled people or people who just thought like once they knew what they want, they got, and that was it. They thought they knew it all. And this is an industry that's ever learning. You're always learning, you're always growing. So I wanted to be in business with learning-based people. But at the beginning, I needed to fail in order to discover who I was and who I wanted to be in business with. But I always tell team leaders, like, give yourself grace. You're going to attract your tribe. Sometimes slow and steady wins the race. I have a lot of team members, but it wasn't overnight. I've been running a team for almost 11 years when teams weren't cool, when teams weren't the happening thing, when people didn't understand teams. So, and my team has imploded. My team is not the same team that it was 10 years ago, 5 years ago. I do have people that are on my team that have been on my team 11 years, 6 years, 5 years, 4 years. But, I think eXp gives us a platform now that my commitment to them is to help them grow. And now if they want their own team, I have a way to still be their partner and aligned with them and encourage them to go think bigger, because I'm going to be a supporting partner in their growth. And I wasn't the leader like that 5-10 years ago. I couldn't think that big. But I would say anyone that's looking to grow their team and saying like, hey, I'm not that big, that's okay, because you're navigating through your journey right now. Get your systems in place. Define what your value proposition is. What are your core values? Who's the right fit for what you're building? Get really clear on that. And when those people show up, you're going to know whether you have standards. Like to join my team, you have to go through our video interviewing process. Anyone who doesn't want to do that, automatically I know they're not a good fit for my team. Why do I make them go through our interviewing process? And I can share the link with you, Jackie. I do it through Spark Hire. I get no benefit off of Spark Hire, but I love sharing it with people because we put out all this marketing message that we're recruiting, that we're hiring, that we have so much business. You know, we're Zillow's broker partner. We're one of the #1 teams in Central Florida. We have tons of opportunity and people want to join our team, no matter what the reason is, because of our marketing or whatever. In order for them to have a seat on our table, they at least have to take the first step to be screened, right? And it's me giving them a message of, we've got personalized coaching, we've got systems, processes, support staff, we're gonna pour into you. But before we can move you on to that phase, we want you to go through this process. We do it to weed agents out who aren't willing to do the uncomfortable. And I know that there's people out there that'll be like, I'm a real estate agent, why do I have to do this? Because in real estate schools, they make you say like, yeah, interview the broker, like what they're going to do for you. Well, in my world, it's like, we're going to be partners. Like, I want to see that we are going to align together, that before I start investing in you, that we understand what each other's commonalities are, our goals. So the video process, what we do is it's more ask a couple of questions. We're looking to find out, you know, how did you hear about us? What are you looking to accomplish on our team? What's your goals? Tell us about your previous experience at your previous career and why real estate, you know, is something that you want to do. And, you know, are you, you know, what's your take on accountability and commitment? You know, what does your day look like? And we're looking for people who are willing to say, like, I love it when someone says, oh my God, I'm so uncomfortable with this video, but I'm going to do it anyways, because that's the person I want to be in business with. That's the person I want to be in business with, that's willing to do things that make them a little bit uncomfortable, but they're willing to push themselves, because I want to help stretch people and really push them to say, how are you ready to launch your podcast? Are you ready? I have one of my agents who's launching her podcast today. And she's like, Veronica, I never went live. I got on your team. And now I have my own podcast. And I'm like, absolutely. That's what it's all about. So as you start navigating through this growth as a team leader and looking at your team, take it slow. Don't try to be what someone else is. Look at the people who have done it. Maybe ask questions. Definitely, they'll share their playbook. I'll share mine. But understand that the steps that you take to build your team are going to be crucial for you to build a strong culture, for you to build those core values that you can't just stick them on the wall and say, this is what we represent. It'll be felt. It'll be felt, and it'll be really transparent to the people who are looking to join your team and who are on your team. And your culture will change as you grow and evolve. I mean, I have people who 2 years ago were a good fit for me, but they're no longer a good fit for our team. But maybe it's time for them to go independent. And that's okay too, as you start growing in this industry as a team leader and as a broker.
Yes, and you hit it right on the button as far as like eXp joining and where you were before. How has eXp like helped you and your team? So basically, you know, you're not having to always do that one-on-one. What does eXp offer when you do have that team?
Oh my gosh, you know, what I love is I have the broker support, the compliance, the things that, I'll be honest with you, I really don't like doing. I don't like that stuff. I love developing agents. I love motivating my agents. I love negotiating and really helping them understand the different marketing strategies that are out there and building them up as agents, as a brand. The part I didn't like was the compliance part, the brokerage part, that stuff that's not income producing activities, but they're crucial for your business. And I'm so grateful for our brokers and our support staff at eXp who help us do what we do best, which is connecting with agents and clients and growing. So eXp took all of that off my shoulders, and eXp was so nice. They did an article on me, and it actually was released yesterday, eXp Life. And they did a story on me, and it said, Veronica Figueroa joined eXp to get freedom. And it's true. I was able to get freedom and release myself from some of the things that I know wasn't my wheelhouse, right? My wheelhouse is really focusing on agents and growing. The other way that it helped me is like, back in the day, the industry used to be like, these are my secrets. I don't want to share my secrets. I get to collaborate with some of the most amazing agents and leaders and people who are rock stars who will share with me what has advanced their business, what's working in their business. And I'm like, man, I'm stuck with this. Can you help me? And they're like, I got you. Some of the things we've implemented, this StreamYard, our partners out in, Kyle Whistle out in San Diego, who's just an amazing leader. Just teaching me Spark Hire, Monday.com, all these things on our systems, Jay, Kinder, and all of our partners out, in eXp have taught me funnels and, new construction funnels and all these things that really just streamline our business and efficiency. You think they were going to help me with that when we weren't at the same company? It's not that we weren't givers, because they were already givers, but they have a vested interest in my growth. They want to see us grow. And even people who aren't in our direct alignment, they still want to, because at eXp, when eXp grows, we all grow. And that's what's beautiful about this. When you grow, Jackie, we grow. When I grow, you grow, when we're partners, because we are an agent-owned company. And the company is agent success obsessed. And we are all, as agents in this company, obsessed with everyone's success at the company.
I love it. I love that we could even do this right now. Like, who would even imagine you'd share these things with me here? You can't even, everybody's like, zip, throw away the key. Like, you figure it out. I look over here because my husband's over here. I told him, you can't come in today because I want to speak to Veronica, the boss lady. So I know for sure, you had mentioned that your husband are you a husband and wife team, or how does he play into it?
Yeah, so my husband has been just so instrumental in my growth in my business. We are a husband and wife team. He currently runs our mortgage division, and is just amazing at what he does. He leads a team there, and he pours into our team in the most, I would say, loving way. He's the one that's, if they need something, he's there for them. We're always like cooking and throwing down for our team, and he's always there to just let them know that they matter, while also now building his mortgage team. And we run something called, and I'm really excited to launch it, and I'll have to bring you guys on, Ride or Die Power Couples in Real Estate. So we're really excited to relaunch that. And it's really just collaborating with a bunch of other power couples. Tony and I struggled a long time with stay in your lane or stay in my lane and whose lane is what. And then, through coaching and through prayer and through a lot of personal development, he said, you run the real estate team. You are the visionary with that. Whatever I can do to support that vision, we're going to do. And he started seeing where we had a need. And now he runs our mortgage division, which has been amazing. It's been such an amazing journey for us. And now some other special projects that we're working on as well. But yeah, we are a husband and wife team. We want to build an empire, and we want to help support all of the people who are in our world. And we can't do it alone. It's not a one-man show. We are a partnership.
Yeah, we need each other. We needed each other at the end of the day. He keeps me sane. But, again, just being able to touch your mind and just being able to feed off of something. If I could take, one or two things, maybe everything, with me, I'd love to be able to do that. I also saw that you're president of NAREP. We joined NAREP like 3 or 4 years ago here in El Paso. But how did you dip into that and decide, I got to get in this community and do that? I just love the energy you have with that.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So I'm the president of the NAREP North Orlando chapter. I'm not the national president. That's a lot of responsibility. Kudos to our amazing national partner. President Sarah. She's amazing. I was inspired by other, amazing leaders who said, "Hey, Veronica, you should really get involved." And I always joke around. Daisy Lopez has been amazing influence to me when it comes to NAREP, and Rebecca and Josue Soto. An agent that used to be on our team, Linda Guzman, she was also really instrumental in saying, hey, you should do this. Well, I always tell people things come at the right time. I wasn't ready to serve NAREP when everyone was trying to get me to be involved 9 years ago, 5 years ago. I started always contributing and giving back in my little bit of time, but I wasn't ready to serve because I had to work on other areas of my business, other areas of my professional development. But when I was I truly got surprised. I thought, okay, I'm just going to start helping. I'll do a couple meetings here. I fell in love with the movement. I fell in love with the organization, the mission. And I was given a baby chapter that, we had to build from the ground up. And I'm very scrappy. If anybody knows me, I love a challenge. And, I was given an opportunity to work with Jeffrey Reyes, who's an amazing mentor. I have a lot of respect for him. And he took me under his wing. I started off as sponsorship director, and I was just bringing money into the chapter. And overnight, I was asked to become the vice president of this chapter. So I actually served for 1.5 years as vice president before I became president. So I feel like I've served for almost 3.5 years. And I am so grateful for this year. 2020 has been the year that I was able to lead this organization in my local chapter, which I think was the year that I was supposed to lead, because of all these changes that we're going through in the industry. I feel like this was the year God wanted me to serve, because he wanted me to be challenged. He wanted me to help. And, my vice president, Rose Kemp, she's an amazing leader. I can't wait to see what she does in 2021. But NAREP has changed my life in the way that I can see you don't serve for you. You're serving for others, and you are doing this. And I had all kind of accolades. I didn't need to join NAREP for recognition or anything like that. I had already been blessed with a lot of opportunities, but I wanted to serve, because I realized that when leaders come together, that's where the growth happens. That's where we are rising up other leaders. And anything to support Hispanic housing, anything to support Hispanic leaders, because we are the future. We have so much to offer from our international growth, from the business leaders that are, that are innovating, and also how much we make an economic impact. And we need to get involved in government. I don't care if you're left, red, blue, right. You need to get involved. If you want your voice to be heard, how are you using your voice? And because real estate is a platform that I love, I said, well, put me in, coach, let's go. And I've had the opportunity to really, really connect with some amazing leaders who truly have inspired me to serve at a higher level. And I'm excited to see what that journey looks like in the future with NAREP. And again, to bring up other amazing leaders to help carry this mission out.
I hope we could do something like that in El Paso. Like, we do have the NAREP here, but that is something that we're going to put ourselves to the test, is be more serving in the community. So you would say for sure, like the most important things that we could take away today, and all the agents that are out there, not only agents, right? Like any type of entrepreneur, or, a woman, boss lady. What can you tell us? Like, don't give up, keep going. It's okay to fail. It's okay to, fail and get back up, but just keep going. What are things that you could kind of keep us going?
I think that everyone needs to just stay committed to what their goals are. But really important is, success is not a destination. We're all on this journey together. Are your habits reflecting what you're looking to accomplish? If you're not waking up and having a regimen and, going after new opportunities and having a schedule that you're following and get a mentor, how are you really being accountable? Then it's all just words. Your actions, movement creates success. Action creates success. So you got to get yourself into movement. What are you doing to grow yourself? And to any of the team leaders, my mentor taught me this, and I thought it was brilliant. Would you follow you? You can't just say, I'm giving them leads or this. If they join you for the leads, they'll leave you for the leads. If they join you for money, they'll leave you for money. How are you helping grow people? So I think it's really important to just keep yourself focused, stay committed, be accountable, find a mentor, get really clear on what you're looking to accomplish, and take action. You're not doing the things that Jackie's doing: social media, video, edifying other leaders, borrowed authority. Any of us can help you learn what that looks like. And that will result in business. You just got to get into action. And I'm always just a phone call away to explore a little deeper what that means, because everyone has their own story, and we have to understand what's important to each individual. But I think it just really starts with being real with yourself. What are you really doing to grow your business? What are you really doing to push yourself forward? And it'll start when you start looking within, and your actions will show up in the results.
I love it. You're so inspiring, Veronica. And I know you have a website that we can go to, or is it like inspire? Do you have like podcasts that we can follow you to inspire us women more? Or
Yeah, so you can go on veronicainspires.com and definitely follow me there. And you can always hop on my calendar. IG's got all my podcasts, all the things that I've been on. And we're launching a book, Queen of Teens. So I'm excited to share that. And also, we are super, super excited to bring back Ride or Die Power Couples in Real Estate, where we interview the best teams across the country, no matter what brand they're with, because we believe that we can learn from them, and really just reemphasizing the importance of working together and collaborating together, and just sharing those nuggets in life, business, love, and health.
Thank you so much for sharing with us. It really means a lot. And I tell you, Nick is the one that's like, come on, you could do it. Because he's like, name 2 people. We said Jay Kinder. We got Jay Kinder a couple days ago. And I said, Veronica. He's like, let's open up her calendar right now. And then I'm like, hold on, give me a minute to breathe. Like, is she going to accept? He's like, oh, yes, she is. She's just amazing. And I just can't believe that we could do this with an eXp. I'm barely touching everything of the impossibles that we think we can't do. So I'm very grateful, and thank you so much for allowing us to share and pick your brain today.
Well, I'm gonna challenge you. There are some things that we're gonna want from you. We are getting ready to launch. You guys are Hispanic, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we are getting ready to do a really big promotion, eXp Latino, as we celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month, and we are looking for leaders. And it's funny because we were talking about who are our West Coast leaders, who are our East Coast leaders, who's the North, New York, Florida. We've got a lot of Latino leaders. West Coast, we've got obviously some really rock stars in California, but today we were talking about, Texas, New Mexico, kind of down south type leaders. And I would challenge you guys to help become ambassadors with this, because we need leaders like you guys to show. It's going to be an amazing movement in September, where this is coming from the leadership team. We are all focused on diversity, inclusiveness, and really showing that we are a company that elevates all diversities, all walks of life, but we're super proud of how much the Latino movement is also growing in eXp, and we see a lot of great leaders like yourself.
Oh, that is awesome. We're gonna look out for that, and we will be more than happy to join something like that and bring it to El Paso. We need more El Paso realtors in El Paso to join this movement, guys. You don't want to miss it. Don't miss the boat with eXp, because we don't know how far we're gonna go with this, which is going to be
and we welcome everyone into our world, because it's a big world, and even if you're not at eXp, we still welcome you to come learn with us.
Absolutely. Thank you, Veronica, so much. We'll let you go. Okay, talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Oh, that is so awesome.
That was amazing.